Rare earth elements, or REEs, are a group of 17 metallic elements. They are vital to many modern technologies. These elements possess unique magnetic and conductive properties. REEs are found in everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to wind turbines and advanced weapon systems. They are essential components in the manufacturing of high-performance magnets, lasers, and fiber optic cables. Without REEs, the world would be a far less technologically advanced place. REEs play a critical role in our daily lives. They are found in the screens of our smartphones. They are in the batteries of our electric cars. They are even in the magnets that power our headphones. The demand for REEs has skyrocketed in recent years as the world becomes increasingly reliant on technology. This dependence on REEs has created a strategic vulnerability for many countries. Neodymium, for example, is used to make the powerful magnets found in wind turbines and electric vehicle motors. Dysprosium enhances the heat resistance of magnets in electric vehicles and wind turbines, allowing them to operate at higher temperatures. As the world transitions to a more sustainable future, the demand for REEs will only continue to grow. China has established a dominant position in the global rare earth element industry. The country possesses the world's largest reserves of REEs. It has invested heavily in the infrastructure and expertise needed to extract, process, and produce REEs on a massive scale. This dominance has given China significant leverage in the global market. For decades, China has been the world's leading producer of REEs. It accounts for approximately 60% of global RE production. Moreover, China controls nearly 90% of the world's RE processing capacity. This means that even REs mined elsewhere often end up in China for processing. This concentration of production and processing has raised concerns about over-reliance on a single source. The country has implemented strategic policies to become a global leader in this sector. These policies include government subsidies for REE production, preferential access to financing for REE companies, and lax environmental regulations. China's control of the REE supply chain has given it significant geopolitical influence. This dominance has allowed China to exert pressure on other countries in trade disputes and geopolitical negotiations. In April 2025, China announced export restrictions on medium and heavy rare earth elements. This move sent shockwaves through the global market. The restrictions affect key elements like samarium, gadolinium, terbium, dysprosium, lutetium, scandium, and yttrium. These elements are crucial for many high-tech industries. China's decision to restrict RE exports is widely seen as a response to escalating trade tensions with the United States. The move came after Washington imposed a 145% tariff on Chinese goods. The restrictions require companies to obtain export licenses for these REEs. This has created uncertainty and potential delays in the global supply chain. While China's export restrictions currently exclude light REs like neodymium and praseodymium, the move is a clear signal. It highlights China's willingness to use its dominance in the REE sector as a bargaining chip in trade negotiations. This has fueled concerns that China could further restrict REE exports in the future. 16 American entities were placed on China's export control list, limiting their access to dual-use goods from China. Section 4. The Price of Dependence: Global Economic Tremors. China's export restrictions have sent shockwaves through the global economy. The restrictions have led to a surge in prices for key rare earth elements. This is particularly true for elements like dysprosium and terbium, which are essential for high-performance magnets used in electric vehicles, wind turbines, and other technologies. The price of dysprosium tripled to $850 per kilogram in Europe. Terbium, another critical element, saw its price skyrocket from $965 to $3,000 per kilogram. These price hikes are having a ripple effect across industries. They are increasing production costs for manufacturers and threatening to derail the global transition to clean energy technologies. The economic impact of China's rare earth element restrictions is being felt worldwide. However, the severity of the impact varies depending on the reliance of individual countries on Chinese rare earth elements. American companies accustomed to just-in-time inventory models are particularly vulnerable. Japan, on the other hand, has been less affected by China's recent actions due to strategic stockpiles of rare earth elements established after a similar Chinese embargo in 2010. Section 5. Beyond the Middle Kingdom. seeking alternative sources. The recent crisis has exposed the global dependence on China for rare earth elements. This has fueled a scramble to secure alternative sources and develop more resilient supply chains. Countries are now exploring options to reduce their reliance on China. Several countries are emerging as potential alternative sources of rare earth elements. India, with its nascent domestic rare earth element projects, is well positioned to increase production. However, India faces challenges in developing the necessary expertise and infrastructure for large-scale rare earth element mining and processing. Vietnam, Brazil, and Australia also hold significant rare earth element reserves. These countries have the potential to become major players in the global rare earth element market. However, they face similar challenges to India in terms of developing their rare earth element industries. The development of alternative rare earth element sources is a long-term solution requiring significant investment and international cooperation. In the meantime, countries are exploring other strategies to mitigate the impact of China's dominance, including recycling existing rare earth elements and developing substitute materials. Section 6. The U.S.-Ukraine Pact, a new dawn or false hope. The U.S. and Ukraine signed a minerals deal to reduce dependence on China for rare earth elements. This deal aims to support Ukraine's mining sector and secure critical minerals. However, challenges include Russian-occupied territories and limited refining capacity. Analysts remain skeptical of Ukraine's ability to replace China in the short term. Section 7. Rare earths, a pawn in the global chessboard. The current rare earth element crisis is more than just an economic issue. It underscores the strategic importance of rare earth elements in the 21st century. Rare earth elements have become pawns in the global geopolitical chessboard. This is particularly true in the context of escalating tensions between the United States and China. China has a history of using rare earth elements as leverage in geopolitical disputes. In 2010, during a territorial dispute with Japan over the Senkaku Islands, China restricted rare earth element exports to Japan. This move highlighted the vulnerability of Japan's high-tech industries to Chinese rare earth element supplies. The current rare earth element crisis can be seen as a continuation of this strategy. China's export restrictions come amidst escalating trade tensions with the United States. The U.S. CHIPS Act of 2022, which aimed to curb China's access to advanced semiconductors, further fueled the tensions. China's retaliatory restrictions on rare earth element exports demonstrate its willingness to use its dominance in critical mineral supplies as a countermeasure in this ongoing geopolitical rivalry.